right, so I've been telling everyone, every day to, get seated and get ready for the next session, but we're going to do something different. Everybody stand up. Up, up, up.
Come on!
Woo! Yes, exactly. Now we're going to do 5 jumping jacks.
Okay, follow. Can you come here, please?
Yes.
Can you come here,
yeah.
please?
Oh, yeah, nice bright
thank
green
you.
t-shirt.
This is a community event, so sit down there. Okay.
Okay, Jeff will help with the demo. We're going to do 5 jumping jacks. Ready? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Are we awake now?
Okay. You decide. What do you want to do now?
Yeah, what do you want to
do now? Just tell.
Thank you very much, Jeff. Great. So now that we've got everyone's attention, welcome to the community talk. Yes. So I think.
Sorry. Did you arrive late? You need to do 5 jumping jacks.
Yes. Those 2 coming in late.
As everybody is late. No, we all did. That's why I'm saying that. It's not that
late
you
comers,
are doing
Joe.
that.
5 jumping jacks.
Joe.
Come on. No. Yeah, we did. So those 4, those stand up.
Yep.
Okay.
Hey, no.
That doesn't count. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, come on.
Okay.
Well,
okay.
Loic.
Like.
Oh, yes.
Good enough.
He knows the rules very well. So.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But thank you for joining our session on the community, and maybe we can.
Yeah, I can be your.
Oh, I have the clicker somewhere, but. Oh.
Yeah. Do I?
Nah,
Click
it's
it?
okay. It'll take some time to set it up. We'll do it for the next presentation. So we have a short agenda.
Yep.
Not as short as the ultimate one. I think they only had 2 items. But so we'll go through briefly the people, the status, and then we want to hear from you. This is going to be interactive, like you see in the beginning, and how to cooperate, the channels we can cooperate in, and then where do you want it to go? So we want to hear. Sergio will be running around with the mic.
Yeah, of course.
And getting questions and comments and discussions, and we're going to keep that going.
Yeah, let's make it your presentation, because that's really, we have very little things to say. We have a lot of things to hear. So, yeah.
So we only have a few slides, but we're going to make it fun and interactive. So about the community, these are the kind of the key persons that is best that you know who they are, how they might look like, their avatars on GitHub. Is that your avatar on GitHub?
That tie was real. It's on Sunday.
Yeah, he's all dressed up.
Just to let you know, I was wearing a tie. So
he does wear a tie sometimes. Well, he's also doing more of the customer side of things. So do you wear ties to meet your customers?
No, never.
Okay.
That could be weird.
Weird.
That's not the way we do it.
That's not really him usually, but he can look, all dressed up and stuff.
I dress up for work, but then on the weekend I have to be comfortable.
Oh, that's how it works. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm relatively new to the team. I joined in January. My background is actually mobile industry. I worked for Nokia for 8.5 years, and then a startup called Yola, which did a mobile operating system and mobile devices, both based in Finland. That's why I'm.
She's Finnish.
Yeah.
She looks, look. Like me.
Yeah. He's my half brother. So. Yeah, don't believe us. Now he's from Spain and he's Spanish.
Yeah.
I'm from Finland, but I'm not Finnish.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
So she's the community manager. So she's really the person here. She's the important thing. I just work with customers and partners
and
to help them in the community. And sometimes, from time to time, I dance.
Yeah.
And the one doing the dance. If you need dancing, I'm the one. But that's the only thing.
So yeah, you can see that we work very well together. We have a lot of fun. And of course, we have the chess master, who's oversees everything, like the liners of the kernel. So what Oleg is to ManageIQ.
So he's the one you want to convince if you want to put code into ManageIQ.
With us, you have fun. With him, you can complain about stuff.
And there's a lot of other people. Many of them are in this room. But if you go to the GitHub, you will see all the people that are there. I'm not there in that list, by the way. But
we have to get permission from the master to join the list, probably.
I'm not yet old enough, so I cannot be in the list.
Old enough? What do you mean?
Yeah.
I'm on the list.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
With GitHub, there's also the Gitter, which we'll get to in a moment with the channels of collaboration. So that's also where you find most people. But yeah, let's get to the status of the community. So the website, I think it was established like a couple of years ago when we first open sourced ManageIQ.
Yep.
It was really cool when it first started, but I think it's time for an update. I mean, the design, the info, the documentation, interaction, everything is a little bit outdated. So we're working with actually Serena right here, her team, to yes, thank you.
To make it usable.
To make it more somewhere you want to actually visit every day and check out new stuff, news, blogs, and stuff like that. So
we want to make it excited that we know you want it to be. So. And by the way, we are working on a couple of things, community. One of them is translations. So if you want to have that beautiful translation into any language, we're open for that. Everything has been moving into I18N, so you can translate it. And we have here people helping with the French. Monsieur. Yeah. I'm helping with the Spanish, and there's other people also that are there. If you want to be translated to any language nobody uses, like Finnish,
All right. I can probably translate like 10 words or something.
Just go there. And we also wanted to improve documentation, because one of the things that is going on, that documentation in the website is like 2 years old. We know that. We are making everything we can to make it up to date and make it available so you all can do pull requests, can change whatever you want. And really our intention is to make that documentation upstream to be the documentation. So that's there.
And to be your documentation, so everybody can contribute to it as well. So community members, I think we are trying to grow the community, of course, both in terms of users, developers, companies, partners. So we want to hear from you, like what kind of events, for example, you want to see. I think this is a great start that we have everybody, so many people here at ManageIQ Design Summit. But going forward, because this is more like probably a yearly thing, so not like you have this every month, but maybe something like local meetups. What are your ideas, suggestions, which areas could be more interesting or more convenient for people? So maybe we can get more into that when we have the discussion round.
Carol can fly to any point.
I'm happy to fly anywhere. I have family in Asia. I have family in the US as well. So because I lived in Dallas for 11 years, by the way. So I have a lot of friends and family here, and I'm happy to have a chance to fly around to meet people and to meet my family if I have the chance.
So if you want to start the local meetup of ManageIQ community like Alberto in Spain, so you just do that, and we will be very, very, very happy to help you whenever we can.
And also, is Mike Hausman here? Yes?
Sorry, I need to run.
Because your voice will be picked up by the recording with the mic.
Do we actually know who the community is, how to find them, how to address them? Of course, there are the people that are already active here, but I mean, those we have reached, so this is the, between quotes, non-interesting part.
Yeah. That's the thing, like we want to have the channels of, we'll go into that like in the channels of collaboration where you can find the people. So because right now, even the GitHub list is not complete, not everybody's on Gitter, so we want to find a place that you can actually see like who are all in the community. So.
No, what I actually mean is about growing the community. I mean, from my experience from another management product, developers very often jump on the next new shiny framework because that's cool, and then also everything that's development related. But then I was consulting at a bank, and the developers, once they wrote the software, they had to burn it on a CD and slide it under the door to operations. They were not allowed to know anything what happens inside. And the same goes the other way around, sort of like how do we find who's interested in ManageIQ in all our aspects? How do we address them? How do we approach them? I mean, everyone that's already on GitHub
already know ManageIQ.
Exactly. Yeah. So we need to spread the word and grow that.
Yeah.
And how to do that.
We also have plans to, for example, go to different related conferences, whether it's container or LinuxCon, ContainerCon, and talk to people about ManageIQ, and then if get more interest in it. I think, Sergio, you are planning to submit a talk to, is it ContainerCon?
So one of the things, if you are working with a partner or a customer and you want to have a better relationship with the community, that's what I'm here for. So I'm happy to talk to any customer you want and establish whatever is needed to make sure that any ideas that is in the community are introduced into ManageIQ. And now we are a young community, but we need to mature and we need to evolve, and that's surely on our plan. So far we are trying to cover the basics because we understand that still the basics are not there, so you cannot have enough documentation, enough knowledge to start with the community, and that's the first thing we are doing, but we're ready to start talking about next steps as soon as you want.
Yeah, because we also want, with website, with documentation, somewhere where people who are interested, if they see the website and there's not enough information there, they'll lose interest almost immediately and leave. So we want to have something already in place. But of course, at the same time, we're also working on different ways to engage and grow the community. Yeah. All right, so we have a few social media channels. They are not too active right now, but we're actually, these 2 days, I'm really happy to see so much tweets about the event, and I hope that going forward, even without big events like this, whenever you have something, some interesting idea or blog post or something, you can tweet about it and mention ManageIQ, and then we'll share it and stuff like that. So keep that kind of conversation growing and continuing even after an event like this.
Yeah, and just to make sure, there's some channels to give information. So if you're here, it's like because you know something about ManageIQ. So if there's something missing that you can help with, any blog post, any comment, anything, you have knowledge and you need to share it with the world, we will be happy to help you put that in public. There's a lot of knowledge in the team, in all this room, in these two rooms, and people that are in different places in the world that knows a lot about ManageIQ. And we need to put that information into the community because that's really...
Even if you don't really know a lot yet, like myself, I'm still new to the project and learning. But as you learn, as you try different things and share your experiences, because that also helps people who are new to the project to kind of go understand what you went through and maybe help them to pick up things faster and learn from your kind of progress as well. So we welcome contributions to the blog. Right now it's not so active because we are only a few people writing it. But from the community or anyone, just if you have an idea, because it's done by pull requests, you can contribute a post. Which brings me to Tiger IQ. Is actually a group of just people who are using ManageIQ and they're sharing some experiences. It's not directly affiliated to ManageIQ right now, but we can have like a planet blog, something that links together different blog posts related to ManageIQ project. So, that's something we can definitely expand on and discuss.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go for it.
So thank you for the Fedora project to give us all that beautiful icons. They just forgot, well, I didn't say them, but that's the good things of open source and Creative Commons. So how you can collaborate, and there's a lot of things we can do. You can create new icons specifically for ManageIQ. That will be a thing, but tutorials, documentation, developer documentation, how you put your developer environment, if you're using developer, how you use that. That's something that's very, very interesting because not everybody has that, and the documentation is there. You really have development guides and usage guides, but sometimes they are hard to follow. So if you want to create new documentation, add new things, we are very happy to hear you there. Of course, you can develop directory in the community. You can talk to me if you want to do that. There's people here that is the job, so great, thank you. But also book triads. If you want to try bugs and document them, that's also we really appreciate, and nonetheless, it's use cases. You see that the use cases are very important. We have a lot of developers, but sometimes when you're really developing things, you lose the end-to-end picture of what is going on. So if you can document those use cases and put that in GitHub or put them into talk.manageiq.org, we are going to appreciate that a lot, really. What you want to do, even if we cannot do it today, but it will allow us to understand what are the requirements in the future. And not all the time it's easy to get that information when you are sitting in your chair doing your thing. It's not the same. As I told you, translators, that's a cool icon. The teddy bear or whatever it is. The panda, there's a panda.
I don't know, but panda is supposed to be black and white. It's very colorful.
It's it's a killing panda.
Okay.
Something like whatever it is.
Sure.
So if you want to help changing all the code into I18N, that will be great. If you want to translate it, that's also something we need. But also don't forget this is a platform that you need to have things on top of that. So just that code you did for your last project where you decided the best way to position a VM, or that's a dialogue that was very specific because it's doing something very nice with the code, or any example you have on how to use your firewall and configure and open ports and link all the things together, that's information that it's really belonging to the community. So if you want to put it there, you will receive feedback, and we will be able to use it in new version of ManageIQ. So let's don't reinvent the wheel every time we do an implementation. So just having there, and one of the things we are doing for that is the new depot. And well, Carol can talk more about the depot.
Actually, I don't.
Yeah.
Just Jerome here.
Jerome can talk more about that depot. You can go to Jerome and what is Jerome?
Yeah. How can he not be here?
Oh, he said he was going to be
it's
here.
Okay.
No, he will be in the
Jerome
other one.
and Jerome Mark. Yeah.
And then there's one thing that we were talking at the beginning. It's you want to talk about this in public places, in private places. You want to talk in your company. You want to go to your family and do a presentation of platforms. Just let us know. We can give you slides. So
yes.
So you
take more stickers. Wear your t-shirts.
Your friends and family can enjoy 40 minutes presentation with a demo of ManageIQ. We are happy to help with that. I've done a couple of times where my kids couldn't sleep, and it works. And if you do it in English,
learn from the expert.
I went my family a week away. Yeah, it's hard. And there's another thing that is important. It's this one thing, RSpec. If you want to do testing, we are happy. We need more coverage. We are nearly there, but if you want to have and do more testing, RSpec is such a funny thing to do. It's a beautiful thing to do when you are having anything between, I don't know, you go to the cinema, you have 10 minutes before, you just do RSpec, and we will really up. Why are you laughing? We will appreciate. You like it?
He's like hiding his chair. Don't look at me.
Okay, so that's so everything. We are open to that. This is our community. We are ready to give you all your responsibility you are willing to take. So
yeah, and
yes.
also we are happy to hear what you think you can help us with and how we can help you to achieve that. Like, for example, if you want to do a presentation for your family, we can provide you with the slides and the demos or something like that. So,
not the lollipops or whatever it was. Not for the family.
Oh, okay.
So, comments on this. Who wants to?
Are you in with us?
Yeah, please. Yeah, make it interactive. Okay.
How do you contribute a blog? Is that something like, is there a public blog site, or would you contact Carol to contribute a blog?
Well, contact me and I'll give you the information. It's basically the whole website, including the blog, is on GitHub. So you can, do a pull request. You can, well, it's a bit more involved, of course, because currently it's running middleman, not the easiest to use. We're moving that to Jekyll. Planning to do that, so which is good. I see a thumbs up, and which should make it easier for everyone to help contribute something, blog posts, changes. Yeah.
Any Jekyll expert here?
You don't have to be expert. I think it's.
You are an expert.
Okay, now I know who to.
So you want to volunteer for the new
web
webpage? Oh yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
You guys mentioned that it's been several years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a volunteer? Already? Okay.
Oh,
That's
wow.
great news.
That's wonderful.
We are so thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
We really want to probably work with you guys.
That would
okay,
be great.
wait, it's not being recorded. Can you say that again?
For the record,
I said we don't want to work with you guys.
Sergio, what did you do now?
Okay, say that again.
No, seriously, we do want to work with you guys on it. Yes.
Oh, thank
Thank
you.
you,
Wow,
thank
that's
you.
great.
Yeah, I just want to make sure that this is recorded and we come back to you.
Don't worry, I can edit the video. I have access to all the videos. I can edit them to the way I want.
Okay.
Just kidding, just kidding. Thanks for that. Oh, that sounds great. We're already positive progress coming from this. Yeah.
So yeah, any ideas you really like design, you really like web pages, you just want to help because you want to learn, we are happy. So come to us, come to Carol, she's the one.
Yeah, if you're not like a website person, but you like design, I mean, we need that. We need people to do graphical design, for example.
Yeah, that's I would like to have the icons with the whatever it is this. That's goat, lamp, cloud thing. That is, you know, this is supposed to be
I don't know what it's
sheep.
supposed to be, but
This is a sheep because of the fleecing thing. That's a joke. So this is you fleece.
it
the
looks
cloud.
like a bunny goat,
Yeah.
something.
So I call it the bunny goat.
Yeah,
The bunny goat cloud.
yeah.
This is the community icon is a bunny goat cloud. So if you want to design this into a sheep, we will love to hear from that, even in 3D. Or
I think it's cool though.
It's really
it
cool.
takes a while to kind of.
it's a little bit
to
scary,
organic.
but it's detachable head and. But it's cool. I like the idea. I love it. I love when I saw
expand
that.
on that,
But
yeah.
yeah, but it's version 1.
Yeah, there you go.
So yeah.
All right. So how to get in touch with us? What's the best place to reach out to different members of the community? I think Gitter is a very good place to start for the development side because most people, if you have a GitHub account, if you are working on the project, you will have access to Gitter. It's tied to your GitHub account. So the ManageIQ channel, actually that's the main repo. But like for example, there's also/ManageIQ.org for the website and the different sub projects. So
any part of in Jitter, you will have channels. You go to ManageIQ, you will find channels for the UI, for the core, for the internationalization. Chargeback, of course. There's a chargeback one. That's the best one. Yes. I'm telling you, best people there. Just up to the point. Yeah. OpenStack even. That's a lot of channels, and you just go to there, or you go to ManageIQ. ManageIQ, that is the best, the main one, and they will tell you where to go, even nicely. So just go there. But if you don't really are developing, then you have the other channel that is talkmanageIQ.org.
And also, it's more of a forum, and I think it's a good place because. Gitter is more like a chat, so things go in real time and pretty quickly. You don't really have a good way of searching for stuff. So the forum is a better place if you have like some topic you want to kind of share or discuss in more details, and that would be good place for that.
So the next thing is RC. We whatever it is, la hemos tachado. I don't know how to say that in strike through. Thank you. We've done that because that's really, if you go there to the ManageIQ channel in IRC, you will see like 100 people, all quiet, 4 hours. So it's really scary. It's like, if you really think of that, you're going into a room like this full of people all
nobody speaks.
Waiting for something to happen. And then you ask something and there's an echo there. Hello. So it's there, and we need to have it there, but forget about that.
Yeah, it's just for.
Yeah, it's tradition. We are open source. We are Red Hat. We need an RSC channel, even if it's a.
Zombie channel, I guess.
It's only the sheepy goat there, but it's. Yeah, but it's there. So if you see that, don't worry. If you ask something and nobody is there, it's because they are in the party in Jitter. They are dancing in Jitter.
Join the party in Jitter.
So we don't.
Yeah. And then the next couple of channels is more like a question. People interested. We actually have a Google Plus community page, or what do you call that? There's a Google Plus page, which is not very active. There's only like 44 followers. And the community's page is even less, like 35 or something like that.
35 followers.
Yeah. So,
do you want to
use Google Plus? Anybody?
Yeah.
Anybody?
Who wants us to be using Google Plus as a main way of communication? Okay. Alberto, can you explain why? I know you have a reason, so I just want to make sure everybody understands that reason. But if not, maybe we can also strike through. Any other, or should we strike through? You. I think it's just the latest version of AOL and MySpace. Sorry, yes. We need to record this for posterity.
Yeah.
So I think it's just the latest version of AOL and MySpace. Okay. We all kind of signed up for it because we all had Google accounts, and if you're like mine, it's just been there for 3 years and it's completely empty.
And recently Google has a new.
Sorry, Joe, you have to hear that. You don't use that? Okay, now Google. If Google is not using Google. Yeah, that's true. I'm sorry for that. But it's true. So no Google there. Okay. It's not. I use it for some things, but not for. I don't think this is working for us.
My own Google Plus is actually quite active, but I think it depends on the crowd, the kind of, people you are following and who follows you back. Because I actually have a quite active thing going on.
Yeah, because when you said that, I was thinking, so we could get all the password of the people, the 44 people there, and put that in some place online.
No.
But it's all 44. Nobody's going to pay for that. So.
Anyway, so maybe that's not like a high priority consideration.
Yeah.
What about mailing lists? I've heard a few kind of comments that would be interesting or good or.
Okay, so there's two questions here that you need to answer. Why mailing list? And which mailing lists? 1, 2, 3.
I like the idea of mailing lists because it's a good place for people who have issues to be able to just quickly ask a question. It's almost, it kind of overlaps a little bit with the forum, but usually forums involve some sort of sign up. Every forum's slightly different, so the software for when a user comes in is kind of confusing. Whereas with the mailing list, you know, it's just an email away. And I think it's a great place to see maybe like a general discussion channel. So people can either come there and ask questions, like users can ask questions, or people can say, hey, what's the best practice around this? And I don't know, I've just seen interesting discussions usually come up on mailing lists. I'm not sure if that really has that many advantages over the forum, but it tends to have a lower bar of entry, I guess. Yeah, you can. Well, in general, I'd say just start with like a general channel and just see how popular it gets. That's what I would like to see at least.
Yeah. I think mailing lists are also something between a forum and like Gitter or IRC type thing, because it's more like casual. You have a lot of exchanges back and forth, and still you have a history of things. So if you need to refer to something, it's actually a lot easier than you might not have history for IRC or Gitter.
I think as there are more and more providers, we need to look at what the providers are using, because sometimes it's something that begins with a provider and then it ends up in cloud forms, or vice versa. So if the providers, and I represent Ovid, for example, we use mailing list. I know OpenStack are using mailing list. Gluster storage are using mailing list. Nuage, I don't know. In OpenStack they use mailing list. So if more and more providers are using mailing list, there might be an advantage to, you know, using it as well to be able to either, well, I don't like cross-posting, but at least moving the discussion to the relevant mailing list. And I think it's a bit harder in forums, but I don't know.
It's much easier with mailing lists. When you log in the morning, it's much easier to see the questions that were posted, and rather than going into a forum. Yeah.
Okay.
Anybody has strong arguments against mailing lists? Yeah, we want to hear all sides of the argument or the opinion.
So some arguments against mailing lists. Let's see. I don't know how searchable they are. They are?
Yeah, nowadays, yeah.
Okay. Was that? Yeah, I mean, they would have to kind of be recorded somewhere for posterity to kind of make them searchable, and yeah. I don't know, a lot of other projects use forums successfully and tend to not use mailing lists. I think one of the problems with mailing lists is you're going to have to sign up for a bunch of them. Your inbox is going to your inbox is going to overflow. I mean, mine's overflowing already with 500-600 emails a day. Having another 200 for questions might be an issue. If we keep both the forum and the mailing list, then it's yet another thing for people to kind of look at. So I'm not against investigating the choice, but I think we have to kind of really think hard about it and make the right choice going forward for everybody.
One of the reasons we picked Discourse as a forum was because it had email access. I think, I don't use it personally, but I think you can make it so that messages that come into the forum actually come in as email messages and you can reply them via email. So my thought initially with picking Discourse was that it would sort of handle both cases at once. And if that's not the case, I really want to know why, and maybe we can fix that. Yeah, like that email right there.
I was just going to comment along with, somewhat along Olag's comment. It seems like when we create these things, we're entering a social contract that requires us to follow through professionally. And for every one of these channels we create, we need to create the infrastructure, you know, to basically oblige by that social contract. And then that dilutes all the other collaboration channels. So, I mean, yeah, we want to communicate every which way possible, but
yeah, definitely.
Do we?
It's not. I'm not saying let's open up all the different channels that we can, and we need to identify like the reasons behind it, whether we have the resources to manage all these hundreds of emails coming in from that, but because we have heard a few comments about maybe a mailing list might be a good idea, so we want to explore that, and it's not a decision we're going to make today or quickly, and so yeah, definitely I think it's a good start of the discussion, and we can bring that forward and see what people think. Continue the conversation on talk.manageiq.org and so on.
Yeah, and that's one of the things. We find that there's a lot of conversation that are going around talk.manageiq.org. So people are really going to outside of the community, let's say, to answer some questions or to do the question, by the way. And now we're missing that information again. And talk.manageiq.org was mainly built to make that conversation in a public space. And so we need to make that happen. We cannot allow a community where the information is not in the community. It's someplace in the emails of all of us. So we have a group, or it's in Jitter, and then when you are new to the community, you don't see the way to do that. So any idea you have, the way we can expand that talk.manageiq.org, it's sure we're going to hear for that, because we really need it. And the first one will be to make available that email, so we can do both in a single way. And Oleg wants to.
Yeah, so one of my other issues with email that I just recalled is the fact that emails have a certain style, and once it kind of gets past a few levels, it gets very complicated to figure out what's what. There's no markdown on email, so there's no standard formatting options for email, so you really can't sure, maybe you can answer a question or something, but it's not like Gitter where you can paste a log snippet or a code snippet in a way that's somebody to consume. Personally, I think email is a little bit antiquated, and yes, we use it, all of us do, but we also have like email channels inside Red Hat that follow the Cloud Forms kind of product, very parallel to this, and they're good to kind of answer quick questions, but I don't know that they're any better than answering questions on forum. And kind of where I kind of see them going is that, one person would chime in, 5 people would respond with different answers, and then if they kind of have to do a deep dive, they kind of go off separately, independently from this mailing list, and then do one-on-ones, because there's it just gets very complicated to use. So I think if email in general, and Eric, maybe you can bring this back to Google, if email could be updated so that you can mark it up and make it look nice, then I would seriously consider using it as a main channel. Just having text with the replies going in and the way it shifts, and for each time it shifts for one user, like if you're in Israel and you have kind of Hebrew as your language, or Loic has French as his language, when he replies, now I see French stuff in the email. Like, I don't know why I see all the stuff, but I don't want to see all the stuff. I don't want to see Hebrew. Like, I want to see English, right? But this stuff always happens, and this is a pet peeve of mine, and one of the reasons why I hate email.
So I need to say we love French. We love Hebrew.
Loic is like, what did
we
I do?
love Google Plus. It's us. Yes, don't. Yeah, we are very open community.
But I'm keeping our own time. Yes, thank you.
Just real quickly, I totally agree. Email can be awful. I mean, I spend way too much of my day managing email itself. I think the only advantage here, and this might not be a surprise, but if you're using something like groups.google.com, it's actually searchable, and it's a little bit easier to manage. You can say, if I'm going to be on part of this mailing list, I can, get a daily digest instead of having every single email come in. Alternatively, you don't even have to join. You can just go on there and browse. I do that with a lot of random mailing lists that I have. So I never get an email, but I can browse it. Unfortunately, it does overlap very closely with forum, right? So there's no reason to have two things that do the same thing. The only big advantage that I saw of mailing lists was that as a user, I don't have to go to a forum and sign up. And of course, it's Google and bias. So that's the other reason.
I just know a lot of people who would rather not post a question on forums. It would just, they'd rather, if you can't send an email, they basically would say, forget it, and just move on. They're not going to bother, so.
So we have both arguments for and against, but let's wrap up. I didn't realize we're going to take the full 45 minutes, but.
We have 2 minutes, yeah.
Yeah, so if you could, we'll continue this good discussion, I think.
Any other thing you think of? I know there's Slack, there's a lot of things new. Google will come with something with the 20% in a few weeks. And if anything you have, just send it to us. Yeah. And we will evaluate. We will talk to Oleg and see what he thinks, basically.
We're on Gitter, we're on Talk, I'm on Google+. So.
Yeah, I'm too. Twice.
Oh yeah, twice.
So you saw that email? Yeah, you saw that. But basically, we are Apache license 2.0. I just want to put that there. The reason is Apache and it's not MIT is because the patents are better suite in an enterprise, possibly enterprise product. It's good to have a patent covered. So that's why we chose Apache 2.0. And also it's very good because we are using Ruby and Ruby on Rails. There's a lot of things that are compatible with that license. And it's also very compatible with partners, with people who want to collaborate with us. So just to make you know, before, I think it's 1.5 months ago, Oleg, 2 months, when we changed it? 1.5. 1.5. So it was dual, GPL and Apache. Now it's only Apache. So that's the new. So we kind of running out of time, so we just remember us, contact us, bug us anytime. Yeah. My nickname is Cybat on most channels, Gitter, Twitter. Yeah, I'm very. Except Google+. Google+ gave me Carol Chen, so I'm google.com plus.google.com/plus Carol Chen. I'm Sergio Ocon with dot / or whatever they allow me in all the channels. I'm very boring. I don't have any nickname like most of the people do, but I'm a plain person. Oh, you're not. I just use my name. So. All right. Yes. Thank you for your time, and let's take a 2-minute break before the next presentation. Thank you.